Sorry, guys. I don't mean to give you motion sickness, but this tripod is not
tripoding
cooperating, and I can't take the ring light off.
This is mic 1. This is mic 2.
All right, you prepubescent pukes. I need to go turn my computer volume down. So.
Oh.
Let's try this again. All right, you prepubescent pukes. This is Pain 101 clips to clip onto our shirts. This is why we can't even make things. The class is Pain 101, and your instructor is Casey Jones. And I'm not wearing this the entire time because it is hot and I am sweaty, and this awful wig is very itchy. There we go. Okay. Though it does kind of fit with my Mondo Gecko shirt. I just don't have a purple baseball hat. Whoa! All right. Oh. Yeah, hello. TENIME here.
Sorry.
No, we're live, right?
Mm-hmm. Hello. Hi. Right.
You might want to turn your mic off.
Thank you.
There wasn't our music too, so now I'm just sitting in silence. Now I'm just sitting in silence. See, and I can't like sing to keep you guys entertained because then it'll get me copyright struck. So I guess we'll just wait. Look at my cool Ninja Turtle pajamas and my cool Ninja Turtle socks. I don't know why I showed you the sole. You're not going to see any turtles down there, but ew. Yeah, dirty floor. Sorry. Holy crap, that is super dirty. Gross. Don't adjust yourself on live YouTube camera. I do have boxers on underneath. Oh. It's a little hot in here. Sorry if that was loud. I hope she turned her mic off. Otherwise, you're listening to a very private phone call. Hey, can you hear the fire engines going by? That's something, right? I got a window open because it's hot as poop in here. At least I found out what the problem was starting pre-scheduled live streams from my phone. That's from the wig. I always keep my screen rotation locked. So when I try to, the last couple times I've tried to use my phone to stream trivia. Well, I'm still holding this. Clip it on for you guys. Last couple times I've tried to stream trivia for you guys from my phone, which is a better camera than my iPad. Plus, we have these mics. The wireless mics can't be used with my iPad because Apple sucks. I do all my drawing on an iPad. I own an iPad. I paid full price for a brand new iPad. So I own an Apple product. So put your pitchforks down, Apple people. It's because I own an Apple product and have for the last 11 years. Almost 11 years. It'll be 11 years in April. It's because I've owned Apple products for the last almost 11 years that I know Apple sucks. Anyways, it would always, when I try to log into a pre-scheduled stream, it'd always tell me, rotate your phone or change the orientation. Well, you can't change the orientation once you've scheduled the stream. So that's a problem. And I'm like, I don't want to rotate my phone. I want to film horizontally. You're telling me to rotate my phone. I don't want to film vertically. Well, dummy here. I realized, wait, my screen rotation's locked. So let me unlock it, back out of YouTube, close all my apps, and then try it again. And look what happened. We're successful live, only it's not successful because someone got a phone call in the middle of the live stream.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm going to make sure to put
turn the mic back on.
now it's on.
You know who I am, and you've seen my trivia before. You should know who this is, but otherwise, this is my bestie cat, my trivia host extraordinaire. She wrote all these questions.
I did write all these questions.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, cinematic, theatrically released. So sorry, Rise of the TMNT fans. That was only released to Netflix, and I haven't seen it. So if she asked me questions about it, I'd be like, duh.
Well,
So,
I have no questions about it. I don't even have Netflix.
well, there we go. So
there we go.
So this is 1990. This is Secret of Views. This is 3. This is TMNT, which I thankfully rewatched last night. This is 2014, which I have not seen in years. This is Out of the Shadows, which I have not seen in years. And Mutant Mayhem, which I saw 3 times last year. I saw it once in theaters. I saw it once on Blu-ray when I got the Steelbook. And then I watched it once over at my widowed mother's place. So watched it with her. I didn't just watch it at my mom's place. But I haven't seen Mutant Mayhem since that happened in 2024. So hopefully I don't suck on those. But I did just rewatch I was going to say Classic 3, but
These questions aren't impossible. I promise they're not.
The classic original.
Yeah.
The underrated and often hated, sometimes for legitimate reasons, Secret of the Ooze. And then 3 doesn't hold up, guys. I watched it constantly.
It was
unnecessary. I watch it constantly. This is not you liked it as a kid and you grew up and you tried it again, and no. I didn't like it as a kid, and I'll watch 1990 at least a couple times a year.
Mm-hmm. Same.
But sometimes I want to watch all of them. So I'll go through all of them. So I've watched 3 at least a dozen times since it came out. So it's almost 30 years ago. So in those 30 years, I've probably watched it at least another 15 times, if not more than that. Mm-hmm. So I keep watching 3, and it keeps not being very good. There's some great stuff in there. Don't get me wrong. There's some great stuff in 3.
It has its moments.
Yes. But by and large, it's a piece of garbage. Sorry. So
yeah, no, total agreement there. So you remember how for...
defend it in the comments.
Yeah. Feel free. Not going to watch us defend it. So remember how for Tolkien, I went in order?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to do things backwards this time. Backwards. So we're going to start with Mutant Mayhem and go backwards to 90.
Strap in, guys.
I love you.
You're trying to keep my engagement up by putting the stuff that the people want to see towards the end of the video?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I didn't ask her to do that, so. All right. Mutant Mayhem.
All right. So like I said, there aren't as many questions for this one, but the last question is kind of loaded.
Okay.
So, all right. So, what does TCRI stand for?
Techno, cosmic, not global Secret of the Ooze, cosmic research. And this is what I brain farted on and forgot to look it up to unfart the brain. I want to say institute, but I'm afraid it's industries.
No, it is institute.
Ooh.
So we're starting off strong.
All right.
There you go.
I've never had to tell you because you're an adult, but because this is more of a children's subject than Tolkien or MCU, and definitely Scream. No potty mouth, just because I might have already potty mouth when I had to go turn my echoey computer audio off, and B, just yeah. I'd like enough people to watch this that if they want to watch it with their kids, they'll be safe to watch it with their kids.
Yeah,
so yes.
I have a fun story once we get to 90.
Okay.
So I mean, well, it's not fun, but it's just a kind of a funny memory. All right, next question: who was the first mutant to appear on screen?
I feel like this is a trick question because I feel like...
What does your instinct say?
I want to say Superfly, but I feel that it might be one of the other ones in a test tube.
No, Superfly's right.
Superfly.
All right, this one really isn't a pause and you miss it, but it might be kind of mean.
What a waste of Giancarlo Esposito. Come on.
Seriously.
Like
3 minutes?
I was all in for Giancarlo Esposito's Baxter Stockman. He gets 2.5 lines and then he's dead. Why did you pay all that money for 2.5 lines? You should have pulled and I said this in my I'm pretty sure I said this in my Mutant Mayhem a trailer reaction video. And again, apologies for not having reviewed this movie. I don't know why I didn't, but they should have pulled a Fred Wolf, that is the 1987 animated series. and they should have waited, because we know Shredder's coming in the sequel. They should have cast Giancarlo Esposito as Shredder the same way that oh no, I forgot his name, and I'm gonna completely disrespect his memory by calling him Uncle Phil.
James Avery.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Just like James Avery played Shredder in the original series. So they should have done that with Giancarlo instead of wasting him for Baxter Stockman. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. So like I said, this one isn't like a pause and you miss it moment, but it might not be super easy.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to not make these super easy, but not super hard either. I don't want to pull a screen.
Super easy isn't fun because people are like, this is too easy. Super hard isn't fun because people are like, I don't know this.
Yeah. All right. So there is one point where the boys are, I'm probably going to call them the boys. I'm not going to call them by their full names.
That's fine.
Okay. So there's
just make sure that you say Raph
and not Ralph. My coworker did that the other day, and he said Ralph, and I wanted to smack him. I'm like, dude, you are my age. Come on.
It's not only did I say this in a past toy review, but was it Turtles of Grayskull Leatherhead? But like, I explained this after I fell after I was guilty of it, because I accidentally said Ralph, and I was like, usually when people do that, I know 9 times out of 10 it's autocorrect,
right?
But not when you say it verbally. So that was just me being stupid. Yes, it's Raph.
Right. So the boys are going through the convenience store, picking stuff up.
Oh crap! Okay.
What flavor Doritos do they pick up? What's on the list?
I mean, there's really there's more than 2 flavors, but there's 2 legacy flavors that are around year-round. It's either Cool Ranch or Nacho, and then I want to say Nacho because Splinter's a rat and rats like cheese. So
that would be Cool Ranch.
You son of a!
It's so funny because like buy my kids these like boxes of chips for their school lunches, and my boys do not like Cool Ranch. My daughter does. She also likes chili cheese Fritos. So
chili cheese Fritos are good.
They are good. They are good. All right. What movie are folks and the turtles watching in the park?
Ferris Bueller.
Yes. In fact, one of my favorite movies.
It's the Donkey Shane scene. And don't sing it because I don't want to get copyright.
I know. I'm not going to sing.
We've lost our music because you ran away with the phone.
I did. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't like not. Yeah.
Well, see, also part of my problem is I end up getting like
ads.
Oh.
Well, it shouldn't be ads because it should. Well, no, because there were no, because this is the same music I streamed during my art stream the last couple times, and there were no ads. So
yeah, I don't know. It could just be my YouTube. I have no idea. Oh, anyhow, one of my favorite movies, top 5 for me. In fact, it's number 3.
Nice.
Yeah, my top 5 never changed.
My number 3 is the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm not lying about that. It's it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Used to be Volume 1 until I saw Volume 3. Serenity, the Firefly movie, because I didn't want to say what's his butt's name, and but I have to specify because of that dumb Matthew McConaughey movie of the same name, and then Steve Barron's TMNT. Jim Henson's last project, R.I.P. Jim and James Avery, and oh my gosh, too many people. Bob Uecker. She just told me before we go on straight, Bob Uecker died. So make sure after this is over,
go watch Major League.
Go watch Major League or Mr. Belvedere, please, because we're gonna watch Major League when this is over.
Yeah. Boys are playing on the roof.
Okay.
They accidentally hit someone with a ninja star. Who is that person?
April.
Yeah.
They hit her in the helmet.
They do hit her in the helmet.
Thankfully, she's wearing a helmet, but
then she gets her scooter stolen.
They're aiming at a. Why did we pick a fruit that's shaped exactly like my head? Well, watermelon looks like Mikey's head.
Yeah. Which turtle ends up with Raph's sigh in his leg?
Donnie.
Mm-hmm. April is infamous in her school for one reason. What is that reason?
Because she barfed on the school's live stream for news.
What did they call her?
Puke girl.
Or
She said, maybe it says poke girl because
okay,
she
girl.
likes poke bowls. I've never had one because, well, I was saying, because it makes me think of poke balls, and that's a dumb reason to not try food. I've never had them because I've never known what they were, but the name makes me think of, Pokemon, what you catch Pokemon in, Pokeballs. So, yeah. I don't know what a poke bowl is. Maybe it's good. She just said it's gross. So
No, I didn't. No, they're pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah, it just depends on what you get in it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is our loaded question. This is also our last question for this particular one.
Okay.
Who are the others in Superfly's gang?
So I don't have, she can attest, I don't have the Mutant Mayhem figures up here.
No.
But I am staring at my NECA Toon, my NECA Archie, my Super 7 Ultimates, my NECA Mirage, my NECA Movie. So if you think I'm cheating by looking at the figures, I'm not, though I am helping myself with characters. Wingnut.
Yep.
Mondo Gecko.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Filet.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate that. So stupid. Yet it makes me laugh, and I go around saying it all the time. So I guess it did its job. Bebop Rocksteady, Ray Filet, Mondo Gecko, Wingnut, Leatherhead.
One more.
Genghis Frog.
I'm sorry, two more. There's one more after the Genghis Frog.
Scumbug.
There you go. All right. So here's kind of the other half of that.
Okay.
What are they?
Okay. So.
Okay. Well, here, Rocksteady. I'll just list them off.
Rhinoceros.
Bebop.
Warhog.
Wingnut.
Bat.
Ray Filet.
Manta.
Stingray. Leatherhead.
Leatherhead is supposed to, I went over this in my Turtles of Grayskull Leatherhead review.
You did.
Leatherhead is supposed to be an alligator, but at least in the 2003 animated series, they made him a crocodile. I don't know if Rose Byrne's Leatherhead is a crocodile or an alligator.
Alligator.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you. Still don't know why she is an Australian and not a he Cajun, but whatever. They tried something new, but go ahead.
Genghis Frog.
Frog.
Mondo Gecko.
Gecko.
Scumbug.
So Scumbug's never really had a dedicated, because the classic Scumbug still has a human arm and a human foot, which you'd assume leg, but you see it sticking out of the boot. There's my vintage figure, and there's the NECA Toon figure. I want to say cockroach because then Splinter's like, I speak cockroach or whatever. So
there you go. Scumbug is a cockroach.
Scumbug is a cockroach.
The only one you're probably not going to know is this last one. Do you know who voices all of them?
I can tell you most of them.
Okay. Rocksteady. We'll just go in order.
John Cena.
Can't see me.
Sorry. You mean to scream in the microphone? I know I'm
right.
Wrong.
Bebop.
Seth Rogen, which is perfect. Just perfect.
Wingnut.
Olivia something. Oh, no, I don't know.
Natasha Dimitru, who plays Nadia on What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay.
Which if you have not seen that show, it's hysterical.
I've not seen the show. I've seen the movie 80,000 times.
Yeah, the show is hysterical. Because Matt Berry's in it, and he makes everything fun.
Well, yes.
All right, Ray Filet.
Ray Filet. Post Malone, Gross Malone. Because he looks gross. He looks like the nicest person I've seen him interact with fans.
Yeah.
He looks so nice. And I feel if I ever met him, he would be super nice to me. So I don't want to call him Gross Malone. But man, just the grills and the face tattoos, it just makes him look like, he smells like garbage water. So I'm sorry, Post. Like I said, from what I know, you're an amazing, sweet person. And I would like to meet you because I like amazing, sweet people. But, All
right, so you've already Leatherhead.
Yes.
Rose Byrne. Genghis Frog.
Hamilton Burris.
Mondo Gecko.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah. The only one who doesn't have a name attached to them is Scumbug.
Right.
So, right. That could have been Frank Welker for all we know.
It was not.
I know it
because I would have recognized Frank Welker.
Right. Okay. So that's the end of Mutant Mayhem.
Okay.
All right, so we're moving on to Out of the Shadows.
Excellent. I like Out of the Shadows. It's got problems. I don't like Stephen Amell as Casey. I'm going to be a detective. I'm going to be a detective. That's his only line in the entire movie is, I'm going to be a detective. My name's Casey Jones. I'm going to be a detective. It's not Stephen Amell's fault, but he was miscast. He was miswritten. He was just the whole, yes. But I said this in another video. I love Bebop and Rocksteady. I just don't like their potty humor because I don't like potty humor in my Ninja Turtles movies.
Yeah, there was a lot of potty humor.
Potty humor in Mutant Mayhem, too.
Yeah.
Puke girl. That's stupid. I almost swore. Let's move on before I accidentally... Yes.
Okay. So, who takes credit for Shredder's defeat?
Oh, Vernon.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that's perfect casting.
I love Will Arnett.
Absolutely.
Love him so much.
When it was announced before the 2014 one that like they were announcing the cast, and I was like, Megan Fox. And I don't hate Megan Fox. It was just, all of the different iterations of April, she just doesn't seem right to it. So it doesn't have to be, a very narrow-minded view of this is what April has to be. I just didn't feel like she was right for April. Mm-hmm. But when they said Will Arnett as Vernon J. Fenwick, I was like, there has never been a more perfect casting ever for anything. Better than Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. Better than Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier. Better than Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Better than Ben Affleck as Batman. Fight me in the comments. Will Arnett as Vernon Fenwick. Chef's kiss. Just sorry.
April, donning a disguise, meets up with whom to download information from his phone.
So their disguise is pretty much Britney Spears from like the Oops, I Did It Again. No, Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's afterwards. Before she just kind of looks like Christina Ricci or what I've got going on. Oh. So, yeah.
Okay. I thought she put that on beforehand.
No. This is what she takes everything off and basically commits theft. While she's chasing his assistant.
Gotcha. Yes, it's Baxter Stockman.
It's Baxter Stockman.
Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Which, great casting. I just don't like how goofy he is. Like, Tyler Perry's a phenomenal dramatic actor. Go watch Alex Cross. It's great. The movie, I want to see the Prime series because that looks even better. But the movie with him and Matthew Fox. Jack Shepherd is the bad guy. Yeah, he's a great dramatic actor, and he could have made Baxter Stockman like really, really threatening, but again, not his fault because it was written goofy and silly and yeah. That's how he laughs in the movie. Come on, guys.
Yeah. All right, so the boys are watching what from the rafters?
Basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me to tell you. I would assume it's the Knicks.
Sports ball. Yeah, it's the Knicks.
Okay.
All right. What does Mikey drop that lands on the basketball court?
Slice of pizza.
Yeah. Slips in it. Yeah. Right. Who is Shredder being transferred with, and who is their corrections officer?
Bebop, Rocksteady, and Casey.
Mm-hmm. All right. During the Foot's attempt to free Shredder, what turtle toy makes an appearance, and what does it launch at the transport?
The party wagon and a manhole cover, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I had never seen Out of the Shadows until like 2 days ago, so I kind of like fangirled a little bit.
The giant robot arms with giant nunchucks was a little far.
A little bit.
Just, stretching the believability there.
Yeah, but my cousin had the party wagon.
The party wagon.
Yeah.
And it shoots manhole covers, which isn't accurate to the original party wagon, but still awesome.
Yeah.
All
right. Stockman's teleportation device sends Shredder to another dimension where he meets...
Krang! Voiced by Brad Garrett.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. And I should have, because it's Brad Garrett. Like,
I feel like I'm blocking the
that,
hockey mask.
you're fine. What color is the mutagen?
Shoot. Because in the theme song of the original animated series, it's pink. In Splinter telling the origin to April in the original animated series, it's pink. In the 1990 movie and Secret of the Ooze, it's green. That would light up if it had batteries in it. I want to say purple because when Donnie gets a sample and tests it on his hand and it goes all human-y, I feel like it was purple at that point.
It is purple.
Oh!
Look at you.
Yeah! All right.
Kick it. No.
Don't kick anything in here.
Oh, I'm not. Beastie Boys, come on.
Listen. Don't get us copyright struck.
All right. Where are the second and third pieces of Krang's device located? You cannot see these.
I can't see it. I glanced over towards the paper and I was worried they might think I could see it. One's in a museum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it's in. Shoot. See, I should have rewatched these. I don't remember.
Brazil.
Oh,
So it's in
yeah.
It's in the National Museum in Brazil. In New York.
The flying tank.
Yep. What is Krang's modular war machine called?
The Technodrome.
Which of the two creators makes a cameo appearance as a pizza guy?
I'm going to say Kevin Eastman just because Peter Laird is such a shy guy and he turned down a cameo in the 1990 movie. So Kevin Eastman. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which turtle is scared to jump out of the plane over Brazil, but he eventually does?
I feel like the funniest answer would be Raph.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah.
You're doing really good with these. Really well, excuse me. I can't English sometimes.
In second grade, the 1990 movie had just come out. And myself and all my classmates learned how to do this. So I've been able to do this before I even knew who Spock was. Yes, Spock came out in the 60s and I was born in the 80s. And I'm talking about the 1990 movie. But, like I was able to do Ninja Turtle hands long before I ever knew what Live Long and Prosper was, man. So you don't cross. I accidentally crossed a couple times. But yes.
Yeah.
So
fun fact, my dad cannot do this. His fingers are too short. All right. In the other movies, the turtles are generally depicted as 15 years old. How old are they in this one? And Out of the Shadows?
Well, they're too big in both movies, and they're voiced by adult men. Which I mean, they were usually voiced by adult men, but like you still kind of felt like they were maybe still kind of teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I love, probably the thing that I love the most about Mutant Mayhem is that they're actual teenagers voicing them. And excuse me, not just that, but like because it's actual teenagers voicing them, they feel like actual teenagers. It made me go, holy cow. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's what I love about Mutant Mayhem so much, is they were voiced by actual teenagers.
Because like when I read the Mirage comics, when I read the Archie comics, when I watch the original animated series or 2003, like when I see all of these, when I watch 1990, when I watch Secret of the Ooze, when I watch all these different iterations, I forget, despite it being in the title, that they're supposed to be teenagers. Like I just automatically accept that they're grown adult males because they're being voiced by grown adult males. So the best thing Mutant Mayhem did was remind everybody since 1984, when the first issue of the Mirage comics came out, that they're supposed to be teenagers. 18?
17.
17.
And I just realized I missed a question from Mutant Mayhem.
Okay, well, we'll go back to that.
Okay.
But yeah, not a single. The only one I could buy is 17 is Mikey.
Yeah.
And Raph is like 37. Alan Richardson was a great choice.
He was.
But his voice mixed with that CG design, Raph is 37 in those movies.
All right. So at one point, the turtles are arguing on their way back to Brazil. They're just kind of arguing with each other.
Okay.
And each has a positive and a negative pointed out. Okay.
Ask the question, but yeah.
Okay. So these will describe a turtle.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to ask me what each one was. So you're going to tell me what they were,
and you're going to tell me the
and
turtle.
I'm going to tell you the turtle. Thank you.
Yes.
Because if it was the other way around, we would have had to go on to the next question because I have no flipping clue. No, not even close. Not even. I couldn't have even guessed half of one. Okay.
Who was all heart and no brains?
Mikey.
All logic, no skills.
Donnie.
All strategy, no feelings.
Leo.
All instinct, no restraint.
Raph.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Woo! I'm thinking about, I'm like, ooh, I actually had to rewind it because I'm like, oh, that's a good question.
Woo. Yeah, if you'd asked me if you'd asked me to tell you any of those, no.
No.
Not a single one.
Not a one.
No.
In keeping with tradition of Cowabunga and Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
Okay.
What did the turtles exclaim on the rooftop after Krang's defeat?
Because the only Cowabunga alternative I can think of is 2012 Mikey's Booyakasha.
Nope.
And then that makes me think of Teen Titans Booyah and how the butthead who directed 2005's Serenity off of Firefly put it in his version of Justice League, which was both cool and cringy at the same time. I don't know.
Turtle power.
Ah, son of a...
Ashtuntia.
Turtle. Turt. I only said Turt.
I know you did.
Tricked ya.
I'll pay for that later. All right, that was the last question for that.
Okay, can we go back to Mutant Mayhem? The Mutant Mayhem one list.
We can.
Curious.
All right, in the mid-credit scene, the turtles have now enrolled in high school.
Okay.
What activities do they take part in?
Oh no. Shoot, I should have just let you skip it. I know, like, because when they first visit the high school with April after hours, like Mikey like signs up for, was it drama class or was it improv?
Improv.
It was improv. Yeah, Mikey's signing up for it. And he's like, Michael? Angelo. Okay, Leo. Nardo.
It could be Leonardo.
Could be Leonardo.
Leonardo, yeah.
They call him Leo. Like, he can't just go by.
Leon, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Mikey joins the improv club.
Okay. Donnie. Does Donnie join the news with April?
No.
Okay. Does Raph join some kind of sport?
Yes.
Football?
No.
Basketball?
Nope.
Baseball?
Nope.
Hockey?
Nope.
Soccer?
Nope.
Lacrosse?
No.
Gymnastics?
There's one more that you're missing, like a major, like high school sport.
Football, basketball, baseball, soccer. Typically, high school hockey doesn't. I mean, I could be wrong. I was homeschooled through high school. I didn't go to a public high school, so
the high school in my area has a hockey team.
Okay.
And lacrosse.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Bears, Cubs and Sox, Bulls, Blackhawks, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, Chicago Fire, soccer, or football to anyone outside of the U.S.
We also have the Sky, which is the WNBA. Give up?
Yeah.
The wrestling team.
Ow. I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Wrong franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do Monty Python trivia.
We would only probably do Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Why?
Because I don't like the others.
I'll boo on you. Life of Brian and Meaning of Life are great.
I mean, Holy Grail is what we watch the most in my house.
I mean,
although my dad does love my.
Well, technically we could do Holy Grail trivia.
Yeah. All right, you want to know the
Back
other
to
two?
Turtles.
Back to Turtles. You want to know the other two?
Yeah.
Okay, Donnie joins the computer club.
Okay.
And Leo just helps April on her investigations because he has developed a little bit of a crush on her.
Yes, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
See, I should have rewatched it.
All right. Okay, so this one has 15 questions. This is
2014.
2014.
24. Boo.
Yep. All right.
Which, nothing against Brian T, but I like the Shredder better. But this Shredder only came about because they tried whitewashing Shredder, making Eric Sachs Oroku Saki. Eric Oroku Sachs Saki. Yeah, they tried whitewashing Shredder.
This is really bugging. Yeah,
I don't like any kind of race swapping with pre-established characters at all. So I'm not just about they made Leatherhead a girl and they made April black. No, you don't make a Japanese character white. That is absolutely racist.
Yeah.
Screw you.
What is the dark force to which Splinter refers in the opening monologue?
The Foot Clan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. What channel does April work for?
Because it varies.
It does.
Because she wasn't a reporter in the Mirage comics. She was actually Baxter's lab assistant. So 2003 is more accurate. The original cartoon made her a reporter and it stuck. The original cartoon is around your neck, and I'm trying not to look at it just to not cheat. If you want to show it to them on camera.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that the answer?
What?
That.
Yes.
Okay, because Judith Hogue and Paige Turco's April work at a different channel number than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't sure if it was even a third different number.
No.
Or if it was that.
Nope, it's this one.
Oh, no. Oh, God, I'm going to have my turtle card revoked. Channel 6?
Yeah.
Oh!
Pulling that one out.
Because Judith Hogue's channel 3, I think. And then for some reason, my brain, I am not dyslexic. All the things that are neurodivergent with my brain. I was going to say wrong with my brain, but I didn't want to insult I didn't want to insult dyslexic people or fellow neurodivergents. But I'm not dyslexic, but my brain had flipped the 6 to a 9. I was like, is it channel 9? So, okay, channel 6.
Eric Sachs. Oh, I know. That's because I just didn't put it back. All right. Eric Sachs and April are connected via her father.
Yes.
How so?
Her dad worked for him. He was a scientist who created the ooze and made the turtles. Yep. Going back to their original plans for this movie, because in Mirage, in 2003, and if they hadn't abandoned the original plan to make Professor Jordan Perry in Secret of the Ooze and Utrom, oh, can you imagine a Jim Henson Creature Shop Utrom? You cheated us, you jerks. TCRI is run by Utrum, which makes the ooze a product of outer space. So when the original thought that 2014 was going to make the Turtles aliens, I reacted the same way as everyone else. And no, they're not aliens, they're mutants. But it's like, but then I thought about it, I'm like, well, that doesn't make the Turtles aliens if that's what they meant. So I kind of would have preferred Utrom, which we got Krang and Out of the Shadows. Like, I would have preferred Utrom and the ooze being intergalactic, but still referring to the Turtles as mutants, not aliens. I'm literally just stalling for time here. Like, normally it's ADHD tangents, and I'm not stalling for time. This time I'm stalling for time. He's a scientist that works for him.
Yeah, they work together.
Okay.
Yeah, in the same lab.
Okay, I thought there was, yeah.
No, you got it right the first time.
I thought there was more to it.
No.
I thought, like, I didn't elaborate fully enough.
All right. Which turtle takes his mask off in front of April?
Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
Super creepy.
It is. His eyes are so tiny.
On the nose.
Yeah. What nose?
I get that no, he has
I know they do.
The problem is he has a nose. Because, like, them having nostrils is not the problem. The problem is they gave those nostrils a very human-like bump in between the nostrils.
All right. How are the turtles and April connected?
They were her pets. She named them, and she put the little nail polish paint on their shells.
She did. The symbol that is left at each crime scene means what?
I can't remember if it's the Turtles leaving it or if it's the Foot Clan leaving it. And if it's Foot Clan leaving it, does it stand for foot?
No.
Okay, then is it the Turtles leaving it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it justice or something?
Nope.
Okay.
Family.
Yeah, family. Okay.
Family.
Gotcha.
All right. What does Splinter use to break the turtles' concentration while in the Hashi?
Pizza.
Specifically 99-cent pizza. Did you go to Little Caesars? The hell? All right. Eric Sachs claims the lab was attacked by the Foot Clan.
Okay.
And like set it on fire.
Okay.
Who actually set it on fire?
He did. Shredder did. He did. April did. It was an accident.
No.
The Turtles did?
No. Well, according to Eric.
Okay.
Because I was only kind of half paying attention at this point.
That's helpful.
Yeah. According to the flashback, Dr. O'Neill did.
Oh,
April's dad set it on fire.
Gotcha.
And April saved the turtles, and she's the one,
yes.
and Splinter, and she's the one that put them in the sewer. Using the mirror as a lookout, because they're like still in the sewer at this point, so they're kind of using a mirror to kind of assess their situation. What music video do they see?
Is it Ice Ice Baby?
No. Although that would have been a fun throwback.
That would have been a fun throwback. I don't know.
Gwen Stefani's Hollaback Girl.
Ah, gotcha.
I was going to sing it, and I'm like, no.
Plus,
don't do that.
Even if it wouldn't get us a copyright strike, I hate that song. I hate all of her solo work. She should have stayed in No Doubt because I love No Doubt, and she was great in No Doubt. But I don't like her solo fake rap crap.
My bestie also hates all of her solo stuff.
Yeah.
My other bestie.
I probably blocked it out because that song is like nails on a chalkboard.
Right.
BANANAS.
But at least it taught people how to spell bananas. So there's that, I guess.
Well, then we need more terrible pop songs teaching people correct grammar because, you know, me too, T-O, you should of, O-F.
For all intensive purposes.
For all intensive purposes.
Bone apple teeth.
Bone apple teeth.
All right. What does Mikey have as a secret stash behind the fridge? And tells April not to tell Raph.
Onions?
Mm-mm.
Is it food?
It's a drink.
Mountain Dew?
Nope.
Jolt?
Nope.
Surge?
Nope.
Four Loko?
Nothing of the energy variety. Although, given how Mikey acts, it's a little surprising there's not stuff with massive amounts of caffeine in it.
MC Mikey. That's a great. I love that scene. I absolutely love that scene. That elevator scene is so good. That is the best part of that movie. Coke? Pepsi?
Nope.
Sprite?
Nope.
Sierra Mist?
Nope.
Root beer?
No.
I don't know.
Orange Crush.
Oh, son of a... Next.
All right. What does April give Leo, Donnie, and Mikey to help them break free from the cells that Sax has put them in?
I just picture them strung up like blood bags.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to milk us? Go back to Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah.
A shuriken.
Mm-mm.
Dagger.
Nope.
Bobby pin.
No.
The key.
No.
I don't know.
An adrenaline overdose.
Son of a... Okay. Should have rewatched these.
You should. Who killed April's dad?
Eric Sex.
Mm-hmm. What game does Mikey suggest they play? It goes by several names, but this is specifically the name that Mikey gives.
I was going to make a YouTube appropriate but child inappropriate joke, so I'm not going to do that. Rock, paper, scissors.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Buck.
Buck.
Yeah, he calls it Buck.
Okay.
They call it like, I think Donnie calls it something else. Leo calls it something else, and I don't remember the other two names.
Okay.
But
is it like leapfrog or something?
It kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It kind of, works like leapfrog, but
Okay.
Mikey calls it Buck.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah. Is that when they're sliding down the snowy hill?
No.
Oh.
No, this is when they're on the rooftop with Shredder.
Oh, okay.
So.
Is the snowy hill out of the shadows?
No, Snowy Hill is the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they do something where like they grab Donnie's staff and he like whips them so they can slide faster,
Mm-hmm.
and then he like gets his stick under one of the cars and like extendos it. But
Which oddly I kind of like that because I'm a weird fan of that kind of action. So, what does Donnie confess to when he thinks they are going to die? Because they're like the spire is basically coming down. They're on the spire, and Donnie confesses to something very specific.
Doesn't like pizza.
No.
His glasses are fake.
No.
I don't know.
He licks the frosting off the Pop-Tarts and puts them back in the box.
Gross.
Just so gross. See, if he ate...
That sounds like a Mikey thing to do.
It does. It does. All right, this is the last question for this particular round. What song does Mikey sing to April as they're driving away?
Oh, God. I don't know.
Happy Together by the Turtles.
Ah, okay. But get it.
Love that song.
The
It's one of my favorite songs. Love that song. All right.
Does anybody else growing up in the late 80s, early 90s remember that song being used for Golden Grams commercials on TV?
Let me find the other. Ah, here we go.
Was it Golden Grams? I'm pretty sure it was Golden Grams.
I think so.
Well, I'm being swayed by the box of Golden Grams in my kitchen right now, but
idea.
like I'm pretty sure it was Golden Grams.
Darn it.
Now you shut up.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for TMNT?
Yes.
The one you watched last night.
Just watched it last night.
Last night.
Yeah, just squeeze it in.
Okay. So this is the one.
Which I would have watched. I would have basically just stayed up all night watching all of them. But you came over early this morning, and I didn't want to stay up all night. And then, of course, I woke up too early this morning. So it's like could have just stayed up the whole time.
Right.
I'd be dead right now. But
I have like a very oddly specific memory of going over and staying at my aunt and uncle's house when I was a kid, because my cousin is a huge Ninja Turtles fan, or at least he was. I mean, he still is, and he fell asleep. I stayed up all night watching back to back Secret of the Ooze and Ghostbusters 2.
nice.
I would watch one, then the other, or I would watch one, rewind it, watch the other, and then rewind the other while watching the first one.
Nice.
So I just watched him. I ended up watching them like 3 times each that night. I don't know what possessed me to do it, but you know.
What February's trivia is? I don't know if you could hear that. Guess what February's trivia is? We'll tell you at the end.
All right. So this is the question that you asked me if there were any questions about this, and I said there's just one, and I said it was super easy. And you did not believe me, but it is super easy.
Okay.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name.
Because Lawrence Fishburne's narration of the prologue, like he says a whole bunch of things that I'm like, if she asks this, I'm not going to remember any of it.
So the villain of this movie
Yes.
is from which ancient culture?
Crap. I should have paid more attention to that than the weird names, because I said them to her. I remember that Max Winter's original name was Yaotl, Yaotl, and that the alignment that they were waiting for was the alignment of the stars of Keekan, Keekn.
Now there are only 9 questions in this round.
Horrible.
Aztec. Horrible. Also said there's really only 2.
Well, and the platform that he puts all the monster canisters on in the climax looks like a big Aztec coin circle thing.
Since the defeat of Shredder, the 4 turtles have kind of grown apart. Where was Leonardo at the start of the movie?
South America.
Yeah, or Central America.
Central. Yeah, it said Central. It did say Central. Son of a gun.
Do you know what he was doing?
It was supposed to be training on his leadership, but then he was helping the small town fight back against like guerrillas, not like military guerrillas, GUE, not ape, GOR.
But yeah, he was helping the poor villages.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Who was hired to track the 13 monsters that were released from the portal?
Karai and the Foot Clan. Zhang Zi would have been a phenomenal live action Karai. Sarah Michelle Gellar would have been a phenomenal live action April O'Neil. Chris Evans would have been a phenomenal live action Casey Jones. So,
how did Splinter find out the turtles had disobeyed him?
Oh, the news showed the construction site that the monster trash that they were at. Yeah. Another racial problem with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. Why is this the first time that Splinter is voiced by a Japanese man? Mako was awesome. Again, R.I.P. I absolutely miss him and that voice from friggin' Samurai Jack, Aku. But yeah, Mako is, to my knowledge, the only Japanese guy who's voiced. I don't know who voiced him in 2012 or Rise, but in Mutant Mayhem, it's Jackie Chan, who's Chinese. Then
in Turtle,
every other iteration has been white guys. Kevin Clash.
Yeah,
an African American gentleman in the original 1990 at least. I don't know if he continued to 2 and 3.
Yeah. Well, in the 2014,
Tony Shalhoub, which I don't know, is Tony Shalhoub not Caucasian?
I think so.
Okay. He's got to be half Caucasian at least, because he does kind of look.
He's got that olive complexion.
Yes.
So,
but still not Japanese.
right.
Whether Splinter is supposed to be Hamato Yoshi or the pet of Hamato Yoshi, and Hamato Yoshi had Splinter in Japan, that would still make the rat Japanese.
Mhm.
So, and then by Mutant Mayhem's origin, shouldn't he just be New York? Like, why is...
It's like, why is Raph the only one with a Brooklyn accent?
Well, that's another, yeah.
But I guess that was Josh Payas's decision to do. But get a little ahead of myself.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Which turtle was injured?
That was my fault. That was my fault, yeah.
Which turtle was injured while fighting the Stone Generals without his brothers?
Raph, because they find the stone shuriken in his shell, even though Leo then gets taken by them later.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Raph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where was the 12th ancient monster found?
I'm looking at the only monster figure I have from the line. I've got the 4 turtles. But I only got one of the monsters because it came with Raph. Is it the Jersey Devil? And was it the pizzeria where the chef at the pizzeria is voiced by Kevin Smith?
Could not tell you.
Okay.
Because the answer that I have
Yes.
is in a diner.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Pizzeria, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pizzeria.
Maybe it was. I don't know. Honest to God, I clocked out after about 10 minutes.
See, so
these particular questions for this round, I did not write.
Okay,
I just blinked these.
I'm giving you benefit of the doubt because it could have just been a diner, but when I see a diner in a Ninja Turtles movie, I immediately assume pizzeria.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. Which this is I kind of hate this question because I hate how it's worded. So, which 2 turtles fight with each other?
Leo and Raph.
Yeah. Because they're constantly at each other's throats.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But they actually fisticuffs. Well, yeah, fisticuffs. Because when Leo keeps dodging Raph's weighted chain, I'm sure there's a name for that. Raph literally just goes, "All right, we're doing this." So.
And it's so weird because I saw this movie in the theaters. So, because I'm like, it looks cute. You know, I like the turtles.
It's a good movie.
Sure. It holds my kids' attention better than it does mine. Which character kept a memento wall?
Splinter.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that this movie is in the same continuity as the first 3 because it has Shredder's helmet that should have been crushed in the garbage truck in 1990. It has one of the ooze containers. I can't remember if it's the 1990 TCRI, which this is a replica of, or the Secret of the Ooze retcon TGRI. And then it also has the Time Scepter from 3.
All right, this is the last question for this one. Give me 1 second. I'm kind of getting my stuff in order.
And to further cover I know I've said it in trivia's past, but because I did again just glance at the paper, I can't read that.
Yeah.
Like it's I would have to take it and hold it. I've got good eyesight. I don't have that good eyesight. And it's getting worse as I get older. So I definitely cannot see it just from glancing.
Right.
I saw bolded text and I saw unbolded text, but I couldn't tell you what it said.
I was saying bolded text are my answers. Just says, All right.
Like I said, I couldn't tell you what it said.
Yeah. Last question for this round.
I saw a G and an O, but not together. So it was not the word go, maybe.
No, probably not.
Okay.
True or false?
Yes.
Shredder appears at the end of the movie.
Of TMNT?
Mm-hmm. True or false?
Oh, no. Because we see him at the end of Mutant Mayhem, and I know that Karai says something at the end of TMNT that makes it seem like he's coming back. And I know that the unmade sequel was going to have... It was going to be a Last Ronin before Last Ronin, where it was going to have Mikey up against Shredder by himself. Oh, shoot. I was drawing while watching. I mean, you know.
You got a 50-50 shot on this, so.
like I looked up occasionally.
But did you look up at the right time? That's
Right.
the question.
Yeah. I want to say no, we don't visually see him.
Correct.
Oh,
That
thank
would
you.
be false.
False.
That
Yes.
would be false.
Yes.
All right. Moving on to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, otherwise known as Turtles in Time.
Not canonically.
Good God.
Great game though.
Yeah. Just this was an unnecessary. Just completely unnecessary, in my opinion.
As a child, I was like, those are the wrong suits and they look bad.
They look wrong in Secret of the Ooze.
So on my most recent rewatch, so first of all, Secret of the Ooze is still Henson Creature Shop,
Yes.
but they did redo all of the suits and puppets.
Yeah.
So Splinter's different. All 4 turtles are different, or at least they have different heads.
Mm-hmm.
They have different gear, because Secret of the Ooze, Mikey has holsters for his nunchucks, where he does not. He just has a belt in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come for me in the comments, because they're still Jim Henson. They're not Jim Henson, because he passed after the first movie, before it was even released. But it's still Henson Creature Shop. I kind of prefer Secret of the Ooze suits over the first one. There's just something they did with their faces. Donnie's is the most obvious. He goes from like that triangular lip hanging over to an underbite.
Mm-hmm.
The other 3 are very subtle differences, but I actually really like the subtle differences. And there's just something about this, my most recent rewatch, and again, this is going to be blasphemy to a lot of you. I actually preferred the voice actor in Secret of the Ooze for Donnie over Corey Feldman. Again, please go gentle on me in the comments. Please don't thumbs down this video. But yeah, like my entire life, I would have said, nope, Corey Feldman all the way. Only Corey Feldman is Donatello. That imposter in Secret of the Ooze isn't. And this recent rewatch, man, I did it the first week of January, and I'm like, 1990 is still the better movie, 100%. It's still my 3rd favorite movie ever, and none of the other Turtles movies are on my top 100 favorite movies. But yeah, I kind of prefer their faces and the voice actor of Donnie, which I wish I could do him the respect of having learned his name. But you know, we have 30 plus years of me not knowing his name versus me preferring Corey Feldman, and so only after the most recent viewing of me going, I kind of prefer this other guy in Secret of the Ooze. I should have respected him enough to look up his name, let alone learn it for this, but I didn't. I apologize, but yes.
That's fine. All right.
Did I even pass over the question? Or
no, I haven't even asked one yet. So here we go.
But Brian Tochi and Robbie Rist are the only crossovers, all 3 movies. Leo and Mikey's voices. Raph Steffen in all 3. Feldman is 1 and 3, and then the other gentleman in 2. And I don't think Kevin Clash returns after the first one. I want to say it's a different voice in Secret of the Ooze and this.
Well, we can look that up.
Okay.
We can definitely look that up.
Splinter's puppet in 3 is worse than the Turtles puppets. And the Turtles puppets are bad.
You know, and don't get me wrong, I like Paige Turco.
Paige Turco does a better job in 3.
Yeah.
The one thing I never liked as a child, even though as a dumb kid, I preferred Paige's April over Judith. I'm sorry, Judith. You are the superior April. It took me until adulthood to realize how much of a superior April you are. I love you, Judith. I would love to meet you someday. I know you go to conventions and
She
meet
does.
Turtle fans.
She does.
I know that you're more interactive with Turtle fans since NECA got your license for your figure. As a dumb, stupid, moronic, brainless child, I actually liked Paige's better. But like the one thing I always thought, even when I liked Paige better, she almost seems like she's scared to be on camera. Like, I don't know if it was her first movie or whatever, but she seems just nervous. Her entire performance seems nervous, and April isn't being written as nervous in Secret Views. But in 3, she's got it down. She's confident. She knows the character, and she just nails it. So yeah, 3 is Paige Turco's best performance ever. And what was the question again?
Haven't asked it.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Okay.
When the turtles are first shown in the film, what are they doing?
Are they dancing to Tequila?
No.
Or no, that's 2. Son of a... Because April comes in and with all the presents, and Mikey's got a lampshade that he wears on his head, and it's blue eye. Shoot.
Which I don't know who the costume designer was for that movie, but good God. No, just April's entrance in.
Well,
coming down with the leather jacket and the sunglasses and the 90s looking hair. Like, oh God.
Because they wanted Kenshin.
Yeah.
To when April and Kenshin trade places, they wanted him wearing that.
It's so bad.
Oh God. I don't remember, but one thing I also wanted to add, since you brought up costume design, like the entire movie, next time, do this. Sit down, watch Turtles 3, and watch it. Don't have any other distractions. You don't necessarily have to pay attention to acting or dialogue or costumes or whatever, but just watch it. It looks like a made-for-TV movie. Like, I know they had a low budget, but I remember seeing that in theaters. That was not a made-for-TV movie, but it looks like a made-for-TV movie. I remember.
Training.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just training.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still recording? Okay.
Probably. All right. I've got one question here that kind of fits into this one. April brought the turtles all gifts before she was going to go on vacation.
Yes.
Early in the movie.
Yes.
True or false? Mikey's gift was a pair of skateboarding shorts.
False. She gives him the lampshade.
Okay, so this kind of feeds into this question because this was the last question for this round, but I'm going to ask it now.
Okay.
What does she bring them? What presents does she bring them? You've already hit Mikey's.
Well, and then he puts on the Bermuda shorts because he knows that they're going to trade places with they think the 4 priests, and he doesn't want his guy coming back naked.
Right.
And I'm stuck on that. Shoot, because she gives Donnie something like mechanical. I don't remember.
All right. So she gives Leo a book about Japanese swords.
Okay.
She gives Mikey a Hawaiian-themed lamp.
Yep.
Which would explain the lampshade. She gives Raph a fedora.
Yes. Okay. Bogey. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Donnie, she gives him an antique radio.
Yes. Okay.
To tinker with.
Yes.
All right. So.
What did she give Splinter?
I don't think she gave him anything.
Jerk. April, how could you?
Right? That's mean.
Inconsiderate. Bring enough for the class.
Right. So we've kind of already touched on this one. Which actor from the 1990 movie returns for this film?
Corey Feldman.
Which character from the 1990 movie returns for this one?
Casey Jones. Well, then technically Elias Koteas would also be a returning actor.
Yes. I guess, but I was focused.
You were looking for Corey Feldman.
I was looking for Corey Feldman. Yeah. So the plot obviously revolves around time travel.
Okay.
The turtles are sent back to what time period.
Feudal Japan.
Feudal Japan. Yep. And
Which time travel is from the Mirage comics. So it's, it was a good idea for the third movie. It's just, their budget was too low to produce something good.
right. So after they have traded places, they have emerged in the midst of a battle.
Yes.
Which of them was riding backwards on a horse?
Mikey.
Mm-hmm. Casey turns on the TV to keep his little guests occupied. And what was on TV?
Hockey.
Hockey game.
Ad.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Say, it's like, my video's not monetized. Let's not give them free,
Right? I try to catch it, but I don't always pay attention. While fighting a small army of soldiers, the turtles use several sports terms. What sport are they referring to during this little scuffle? Like what they use references.
Hockey?
Mm-mm.
No, because then that's making me think of Raph meets Casey in Central Park, high sticking in the first movie. I don't remember.
Baseball.
Okay.
Yeah. Which of the four were nearly left in the past?
Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey was nearly left.
Because then his guard goes up the ladder and you're like, oh, he's gone. He's got the scepter. And then Mikey comes back down with the scepter. So, yeah.
All righty. So that is the end of 3. Thank God. Moving on to Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the Ooze. There are 15 questions.
Okay.
This time around.
Okay.
A couple bonus.
What time is it, by the way?
I have no idea. It is almost 1:30.
Oh, crap. Okay. I know we started late, but wow. Okay.
Well, me being on a 5-minute call probably did not help.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
It was important.
Moving on.
Side eye.
Moving on.
Moving on. All right. What pizza place does Kino work for?
Oh, I meant to bring the picture over because I'm not going to cheat. But the Employee of the Month picture is on my wall right here because it came with the NECA San Diego exclusive of Kino and his scooter, and it came in a big pizza box of the pizza place. And you got a magnet, and I think no, that is Samurai Pizza apron from cartoon, the Loot Crates. But you got a magnet and you got the box. I wish that the NECA stuff on the pizza box had been like removable because I don't like that it's printed on there because it ruins the illusion of it being a prop pizza box. But the Employee of the Month picture is right on the wall there. I don't know if you can actually, you should be able to see it because I know that the wide camera angle is showing you my closet and it's between my front door and my closet. And it is Roy's Pizza.
It is Roy's Pizza.
Boom, baby!
Yeah. So, watching it, because it's been probably a year or so.
Oh,
and
Ernie Reyes Jr.'s birthday was a few days ago. So happy birthday.
Was.
Happy birthday, Ernie.
His birthday's like the 13th, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I can't confirm that, but it was either this past week or last week. It was very, very recent. Yeah. So happy birthday, Ernie. I know you're never going to see this.
All right. So, and like,
love Kino.
Yeah. Watching this movie, I never really got it like as a kid, but by today's standards, they slip a fat joke in. Like I'm not quizzing you on this. I'm just saying they slip a fat joke in when Kino leaves. There's like these girls that are standing outside, and he's like, it was like, yeah, but I want something a little thinner,
right?
And then laughs and drives off, and I'm like, whoa.
I actually rolled my eyes at that and cringed a little, and I'm calling out the writer of that joke, but it was early 90s, but it's still it doesn't hold up nowadays because that is fake nice guy incel behavior because first he hits on them, then they turn him down, and then he calls them fat, and it's like just you're a poor sport. Just accept the rejection and move on. Yeah. Don't. Well, you were ugly anyways. Then why were you hitting on her? You incel.
Right.
So still love Kino, but that was not cool, Kino.
No. So Kino comes across some burglars. Then we get our turtles making their appearance.
Yes.
What toy does Mikey use on them?
So the problem with parents complaining about the violence in 1990 and them wanting to tone down the violence in Secret of Views, here's what doesn't make sense. Children typically don't have access to katanas, sais, or nunchaku, and typically would only have access to a bow if they took the head off of a mop or a broom. So when you have them using common household items and toys as weapons in the sequel, you're literally encouraging the children to pick up those common household items and toys and use them as weapons, you stupid, stupid morons. You basically just completely just, you did what they were complaining about in the first one, which wasn't a problem, because again, kids don't have access to dangerous weapons like that. So instead, you have Donnie use a mop handle that children can access. You have Mikey use a yo-yo, which children have access to. Like, because I guarantee you, me and all of my friends tried to use yo-yos as weapons after seeing that movie. But none of us had nunchucks, you morons. I want to swear so badly.
That's actually one of my other questions. It's like, what element usually associated with the Turtles is missing from this film?
Weapons.
Yeah,
Well,
they're weapons.
They have them, but they never use them, or they use them on inanimate objects and then grab something that children can pick up and use those as weapons instead.
Yeah, and I actually put on here complaints from parents because of the dark tone and the violent nature of the 90s film prompted executives to make this film more family friendly.
Combat cold cuts. You know, like, sure, children don't have access to food, but they can get their hands on nunchaku.
Right.
Which I still don't know why that was the big one, when, like, parents in the late 80s, early 90s, parents didn't complain about the swords or the sais, the cutting and the stabbing weapons. They complained about the two little pieces of wood on a chain. And so it was outlawed in Britain, and they weren't even called ninja. They were the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. And Mikey used a grappling hook. And then even towards the end of the original series, even when it was Ninja Turtles in America, Mikey used a grappling hook and not his nunchuck. And it's like, why were nunchucks? Leo could still use his swords to chop robots into pieces. Heads and arms and legs go flying, and Raph is stabbing things. But, oh no, the nunchucks are the dangerous ones.
Right?
Nunchucks are more dangerous to the person using them if they don't know how.
Yeah.
Poink.
Right? So when April comes home...
Sorry if you keep having to turn your volume down, because I know she's quiet and I don't like
I am very quiet. Yeah. All right. So when April comes home,
yes,
what 4 items does she use to identify the turtles? And then she says the rat is the cleanest one.
Donnie is a bunch of magazines. Poop. Mikey's a bunch of magazines. Raph's a bunch of magazines.
Nope.
Leo's a bunch of magazines.
Technically, Leo's comics.
Comics.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a stack of comics. Mikey's, I'll give you a hint. She finds it in the fridge.
Oh, it's like a Godzilla toy. Right? It's something that doesn't need to be in the fridge.
No. No.
It's not food.
No.
Oh, it's a rubber snake.
It's a rubber snake.
Rubber snake.
Rubber snake. So, Donnie.
I don't know.
Skateboard.
Okay.
And then Raph.
Is it a sai?
No.
Okay. I thought at least Raph's was weapons.
Nope.
I don't know.
Just a half-eaten pizza.
Oh, I actually,
The rat is the cleanest one.
The rat is the cleanest one.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Kevin Clash does return.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Oh, we'll definitely have to look that up.
Splinter still looks good. It's still Henson Creature Shop.
Yeah. Which two turtles are made to do 10 backflips for fighting with each other?
Is it Leo and Raph?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They're always fighting with each other. It's hysterical.
And then Mikey has to do backflips later, and they look over, and he's just going 21, 22. Not even doing jumping jacks. He's just hopping and clapping.
All right, so I am going to use TGRI in this particular one because that is how it is in the movie.
It is film accurate, yes.
Film accurate. What item is shown to have grown to massive proportions due to TGRI's toxic waste dumps?
A dandelion.
Yes. Which I don't understand why Freddy has to smell it in order to be like, dandelions. It's a giant Do you not know what a dandelion looks like, Freddy? My God.
I think I would be better at recognizing what a dandelion looks like than by smell.
Right?
I don't know if I would necessarily go, dandelion, but like,
right.
if I see it, I'd go, that's a dandelion.
That's a huge dandelion.
I'm glad you said Freddy because I brain farted on his name. I was like, oh crap, what's her assistant's name who's really a foot soldier?
What two animals are Toka and Razor?
A wolf and a snapping turtle.
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, I was like, hey, wolf is pretty dangerous, but a turtle,
like,
again.
Like, these are the two most dangerous creatures. I'm like,
I was a stupid kid. You know how dangerous snapping turtles are? Snapping turtle could bite your hand clean off.
Yeah.
Snapping turtle was a good choice.
Yeah.
And again, awesome job with the suits, Henson Creature Shop.
Mm-hmm.
Although something about Razor's face never said wolf to me.
No.
Like I don't know what I thought he was, but it was just his muzzle's a little smushed in.
Yeah.
But yeah, Toka I absolutely love Toka.
Yeah.
Frank Welker, both of them.
Yep. Speaking of,
yes,
with the mama,
yes.
Why is Shredder upset?
Babies, they're babies. Oh.
Like they're infants. Okay, they're stupid infants. We love you, David Warner.
Oh, rest in peace, David Warner. Also, Ra's al Ghul from Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
Also, Sark from Tron.
Which of the two gets stuck in the manhole?
Toka, because of his shell and
his little shell.
Spikes.
Yep.
And they tickle him.
Yep.
Tickle his feet.
What does Mikey accidentally drop in the chemical mix when they're making the anti-mutagen?
Pizza crust.
Yep. And they're just like, it keeps her in. We're not doing anything. All right. What food item do the turtles bring to try and trick Toka and Razor into ingesting the anti-mutagen cube?
The ceremonial pre-fight donut. Num nums.
Num nums.
Num nums.
They eat one, and then Razor's like,
break it apart.
Wait a minute. That's like the equivalent of trying to give a dog a pill because you wrapped it in cheese, and the dog eats the cheese and then spits the pill out.
Yep.
All right, this one's kind of a gimme.
Okay.
Which 90s rapper makes a cameo? Vanilla Ice.
Go Ninja. Go Ninja. Go Ninja. Go. Again, trying to avoid copyright here, guys. I'm not monetized, but that's the dream someday in 50 years. But I'd like past videos to be able to be eligible,
All right, so Toka and Razor keep burping.
Yes.
Okay, and so that's making the anti-mutagen basically ineffective.
Right.
What does Professor Perry see that the turtles can use to speed it up?
Fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm. Like the carbon monoxide is just... They stuff it down their throats. It's great.
Is it mono or dio?
Dio.
Okay.
Whatever the hell they use in fire extinguishers.
It's a fire extinguisher, but yeah.
It's a fire extinguisher, yeah.
Because we exhale dioxide.
Right.
So yeah.
So which former wrestling superstar plays the role of Super Shredder?
Kevin Nash.
Yes. So we've walked behind him before, going back to our hotel at a con.
Nice.
He is very large.
He also played the Russian in the Thomas Jane Punisher.
Oh.
And Thomas Jane accidentally actually stabbed him with a real knife because he either didn't grab the collapsing one or the collapsing one didn't collapse. But basically, and I'm pretty sure that take is used in the. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that take is used in the final cut where the Russian's just beating the crap out of Frank, and Frank grabs his butterfly knife and jams it into the Russian's shoulder, and he accidentally actually stabbed Kevin Nash in the shoulder. So
whoopsie-doodle. All right, this is the last question for this.
Which apparently the guy with the brown hair and full brown beard, not clean shaven, with the blonde flat top in the similar red and white striped shirt in Deadpool and Wolverine, apparently that was supposed to be the Russian, even though they only went with the red and white striped shirt, but cast a guy who wasn't blonde and had a big full brown beard, despite the fact that Kevin Nash didn't have a big full brown beard in Thomas Jane's Punisher, and he had it was bleached blonde, but it was still blonde flat top. So it's like sitting in the theater, I'm like, is that supposed to be the Russian? And then finding out now, it's like, yeah, it was supposed to be the Russian in The Void. It was like, you should have cast some, like, I understand that they couldn't get Kevin Nash, or they couldn't get Ray Park, or they couldn't get Olivia Munn, or they couldn't get actually, I think they don't even. I think they attempt Quill from X-Men: The Last Stand, but it's not only not. Oh no, Miles from Lost. Shoot, it was also in the first Saw. I don't want to guess at his last name and come off racist by using the last name of a different Ken, but Miles from Lost, who played Quill in X-Men 3: The Last Stand. But yes, big old tangent, because she didn't even ask a question yet.
Nope.
Sorry.
That's the last question.
Sorry.
That's okay. David Warner's character, Professor Jordan Perry.
Professor Jordan Perry was at first supposed to be an Utrom, and then B, they dress him exactly like Baxter Stockman.
Well, you just answered the question. Who was he originally supposed to be?
Baxter Stockman.
Yep. All right. So
which was whitewashed in the original cartoon, because in the original Mirage comics, he is a black man. So.
All right. So we have now moved on. We are to our final, working backwards from Mutant Mayhem up into the original 1990 film.
My third favorite movie of all time.
Also a favorite of mine, just not in my top.
I really hope I don't get a single question wrong, because I'm going to feel like a poser if I do.
All right. So there are 30 questions going on here.
Oh, geez. Okay.
All right.
People are like, we've already been sitting here for 3 hours, dude.
Yeah, right. Okay. If you had the VHS tape, what restaurant had a commercial that ran prior to the film that featured the Peter, Paul, and Mary song Right Field?
This is a nostalgia question. This is not a.
This is a nostalgic question.
This is not a movie question.
I have a fun story to go with this one. Or kind of fun.
Because the problem is, in the movie, all of the pizza is Domino's.
Yeah.
But in real life, Pizza Hut was like the sponsor of anything Turtles related, because the Coming Out of Their Shells tour was sponsored by Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Pizza Hut is correct. And fun fact, Sean Weiss from the Mighty Ducks, Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks is in that cart. He's the catcher. Yep. Yep. I also, when I showed my oldest son this film, I pulled it up on YouTube because I just have it on DVD. Pulled it up on YouTube, showed it to him, and then I tweeted when I was still on Twitter, I tweeted at Pizza Hut. I'm like, I just showed my son the commercial that was at the beginning of the 1990 Turtles movie. And then I had to explain to him what a VHS was. And then a VCR. And they actually responded with, that was a roller coaster of a sentence.
Nice.
So, all right. So, okay, so we're starting off with our first
1990 question.
First 1990 question.
Let's do it.
Danny's wardrobe consists of t-shirts featuring this punk icon.
Sid Vicious.
Yes. Fun fact, the soundtrack was supposed to have a punk soundtrack.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was supposed to like feature like punk artists. But executives thought artists like MC Hammer would make it more commercial friendly, which is why we get MC Hammer and Partners in Crime and
Turtle Power by Partners in Crime is a banger, as is 9.95 by Spunkadelic.
I have This Is What We Do on one of my
This Is What We Do. Like I've got both entire soundtracks. It's just, the ones that stick out the most are the ones that played during the movie or the credits. And during the end of 1990 is 9.95, because that's the rating that Donnie gives Shredder's swan dive into the garbage truck. And then Partners in Crime, TORTLE Power, and he did a follow-up a couple years ago.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
oh, that's so funny.
I listened to it once, and it's pretty good. From a 90s rap standpoint.
The reason why he did that is because he names rap as the leader in the original.
Correct, and it's wrong.
He changes it to Leo in the newer version. Yeah. All right, so as April's report plays in the voiceover, because you see if that makes sense. So like you see all this stuff happening.
The thievery.
Yes. Danny is seen opening a box. What item does he pull from that box?
Is it a VCR?
No. Do you want a hint?
Yeah.
All right. So later on in the movie, I'm going to make sure I'm not asking it. Okay. So later on in the movie, Danny ignores his dad, and his dad goes, I wonder where in the hell he got those things.
Oh, the Walkman.
Yes. There we go. What station does April work for? You can give me the channel number, the call letters, or both.
So it's channel 3.
It is channel 3. Do you know the call letters?
WRLT.
Close.
Oh.
WTRL.
Dang it. Okay. Total Request Live. All right.
Yes. Or Turtle, if you think about it, just without a few letters. Look at that.
Didn't think about that. Oh, shoot. I could have worn my... Hang on. I know I got the turtle hat, which I didn't wear because I just shaved my head and it's all hot and scratchy. But yeah, I could have worn my Channel 6 hat too.
Oh, there you go.
She's got April's press badge.
Yeah.
So.
But it's the cartoon press badge.
This is the cartoon hat.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Very good. Oh, yeah, I guess it is. All right. After saving April and heading back to their lair, Donnie makes mention of this vehicle after Mikey and Leo question his choice of exclamation.
Chevy Nova? Bossa Nova!
Bossa Nova?
Chevy Nova?
Which, it's so funny knowing that Robbie Rist is the voice of Mikey. Like, you can hear that Bossa Nova, like that quintessential like California like type accent. And if you do not know, Robbie Rist.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know where.
Robbie Rist was cousin Oliver on the Brady Bunch when the series jumped the shark.
No.
Yes, Robbie Rist is cousin Oliver.
That's holy cow. Okay, learn something new every day.
Yeah.
So Mikey and Donnie were both child stars.
Yes, and it's so funny because when To Tell the Truth was still on, they brought these 3 actors out, and I immediately recognized Robbie Rist, and he's like, they were like, I was the voice of Michelangelo in the original Ninja Turtles movie, and I'm like, it's number 3 because that's Robbie Rist. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. There were only like 2 times where I was able to correctly identify who the person was, because the other one was like the original bassist from NSYNC.
Okay.
Yeah, his name was Jason, which is how they got the second N. It has nothing to do with Lance. So there goes my tangent.
You're allowed.
I'm allowed. All right. What song do the turtles play as part of their meditation, quote unquote?
Tequila.
Yeah. Do you know who sings the tequila? I get tripped up by this kind of stuff all the time at trivia.
Do they say in the movie?
No.
Okay. Then
I'm just being a butt.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a Christian household, so all my friends were watching Roseanne and Married with Children and Simpsons, and I was watching Dick Van Dyke Show and I Love Lucy and Bob Newhart Show. As for music, we didn't have to listen to Christian music. I actually grew up on oldies.
Same.
If you're from Chicago, Oldies 104.3, Dick Biondi. So if tequila...
Also used in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Right. If tequila was from the 50s or 60s, then I would know who it is, but I don't remember.
The Champs.
Okay, yeah. I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah. Fill in the blank. Okay. Wise men say forgiveness is divine, but never pay.
Full price for late pizza.
Bonus, do you know how much the tab was?
This is a 10. The tab's 13?
Tab is 13.
Oh. And that is
That's Michael Sisti.
Michelin Sisti.
Oh, yeah.
Who is Mikey's suit actor.
Yes.
And Ernie Reyes Jr. was one of Donnie's stuntmen. And then Josh Pais, is that how it's pronounced?
I have no idea. I think it's Pais, maybe?
P-A-I-S.
P-A-I-S.
Okay.
Yes.
So he was both Raph's suit actor and voice actor. And Scream fans will recognize him if you didn't watch our Scream trivia. He's Patrick Dempsey's partner in Scream 3.
Yes, he's Detective Wallace.
And he's also in Ray Donovan.
Yes. That actually is one of my other questions. So we just answered that.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I said, which turtle is the only one to have the actor both in the suit and provide the voice?
That would be Raphael.
Yeah.
What the heck was that? Looked like a giant turtle.
You're going to LaGuardia, right? What movie is playing at the theater that makes Raph wonder, where did they come up with this stuff?
Critters.
I love the fourth one.
So
I don't know why.
I have not seen any of them, but it's because of Dead Meat, The Kill Count, hosted by Zoran Gavoyich, a fellow Chicagoan, and I don't know him personally, but he and I have a mutual in real life friend. Hi, Mel. So his Kill Count pointed that out to me. So now every time I watch 1990, I'm like, Critters on the movie theater.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thanks, Zoran. Come back to Chicago, please.
What?
I don't have to move here. I just, visit, please.
What 3 pieces of sports equipment does Casey use on the thugs and Raph?
Hockey stick, because
2 minutes for slicing,
Yep.
2 minutes for hooking, and let's not forget my personal favorite, 2 minutes for a high stick.
Yes. He doesn't use a golf club until Tatsu, because he says, I'll never call golf a boring sport again.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Raph, he busts out the cricket bat, because cricket, nobody understands cricket. You got to know what a crumpet is to understand cricket. A Jose Canseco bat? Tell me, you didn't pay money for this.
Mm-hmm.
So bat, hockey stick, and is it 2 bats?
Yeah,
because he's got 2 bats.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the hockey stick,
2 bats,
the baseball bat,
okay, and the cricket bat.
And the cricket bat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he use cricket bat on the thugs though?
No, he just uses the hockey stick because that's when they run away, and that's when he busts out with the baseball bats.
Okay.
How much does Danny steal from April, giving it back to her at the end of the movie?
See, because that's what I was seeing in my mind when you were asking me him opening a box. I just see him opening a wallet.
Oh.
Well, then I think he picks someone's pocket and then like he stands and holding the wallet behind him, and then a foot hand comes up, and which is weird to say, a foot hand. The hand of a foot soldier. I'm not gonna. I mean, if you're watching this, you're a turtle fan. You already know the Daredevil connection with turtles and hand and foot, and stick and splinter. Is it 20?
It is 20.
Yeah, 20. Okay,
Yeah.
$20 bill.
All right, this is another fill in the blank.
Okay.
During her confrontation with the foot in the subway after she misses her train,
Yes.
April jokes, "What? Am I behind on my blank again?"
Sony payments?
Yes. Which, honest to
Kind
God.
of racist.
Honest to God, that is like such a 90s thing to say, though. It's like, okay, so for those of you who are watching this or will watch this later and you were not born in the late 1900s, like TENIME and I were, right? Sony was a high-end brand, like in the 80s, and people paid rich people would basically pay, or they would and then they would like make payments, kind of like layaway, and just go to the store and make payments, and then after so many payments, their VCR, which they were like $300 in the 80s, would be paid off. And
yes, the same Sony as in PlayStation or Spider-Man.
Yeah, same Sony. Just it was high end in like the 1980s.
It's such a racist thing because she sees ninjas and she goes to a Japanese company. It's like,
oh, I didn't even think about that.
Good, I've always thought, like my entire life, I'm like, good Lord, April's a racist.
All right. So after April has been saved,
yes,
and she goes, and one of this has nothing to do with the question, but one of my favorite lines is like, Leo asks Raph, "Are you crazy?" And he's like, "Yeah, Leo, I'm crazy." And he goes, "Why? Why? Oh, I don't know. Because I wanted to redecorate a couple of throw pillows, a TV news reporter. What do you think?" Love that line. Don't know why. I think it's just the delivery of it that just makes it so funny to me. So April wakes up after having been knocked out, and when Splinter starts to talk to her, she laments that she never dreams of whom.
Shoot. Is it Patrick Swayze?
Nope.
Son of a... See, the problem is we watched South Park before this, so the only celebrity name in my head right now is when Cartman sees the crop circles and says it looks like Tom Selleck, even though it's clearly Cartman. It's not Tom Selleck.
And then we had Patrick Duffy as the Scuzzlebutt's leg.
And Patrick Duffy as Scuzzlebutt's leg.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah. Because it's not going to be like George Clooney or Brad Pitt, because they weren't big in the 80s, and the production of this movie the movie's very 80s. It may have come out in 1990, but it is an 80s movie, top to bottom.
Smacks late 80s.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt Ross, the new one.
Oh, Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Which it's distasteful to recast Black Panther, but not General Ross. So, yeah.
Although it is unknown which turtle said it, and my money's kind of on Mikey on this one.
Okay.
What was the first word one of the baby turtles uttered during Splinter's explanation of their origin?
Is it pizza?
It is pizza.
All right. Speaking of not knowing which turtle says it, so there's a deleted sequence that really should never have been deleted, because if you watch the farm stuff, Mikey is suspiciously absent during a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
He pops up here and there every now and then, but for the most part, you don't see a lot of Mikey. No. And when April is narrating, she mentions Leo, she mentions Donnie, and obviously Leo is tending to Raph, who's out in the tub. but they never say anything about Mikey. But then when the turtles connect with Spirit Splinter at the fire, Mikey is the only one crying.
Yeah. He's also supposed to be the one that
because because
they changed
there's
it to
a
Raph.
deleted scene where Mikey is in the barn and he's taking it harder. He's taking Splinter's absence harder than the rest of them. And he's beating the crap out of a punching bag in the barn. And then he's the one who gets up on the barn and goes, Splinter, because if you look, while it is Josh Payas's voice now telling us that it's supposed to be Raph, if you look, it's Mikey's puppet head. And they all have unique heads.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about the Henson animatronics is if you took all their bandanas off, or if you put them in like black and white to where you can't see the colors, I could tell you exactly which turtle is which because they all have unique facial features.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Mikey's face with Raph's voice coming out of it. They should have left that in because it would have informed the crying better too.
Yeah.
Like, not only would it not have left Mikey out, because you've got Leo tending to Raph and she's drawing the picture. You got Donnie and Casey work on the truck and she's drawing the picture. Where's Mikey?
Yeah. Like,
he shows up for the turtle wax joke, but I think that's the only time you see Mikey at the farm, other than after once they reconnect with Splinter's spirit.
Yeah. Who is Splinter's master?
Astral projection. Hamato Yoshi.
Hamato Yoshi.
Which, this is a perfect example. I said this in my Mutant Mayhem trailer reaction video. It's a perfect example of a good change to the source material, because that is Mirage Comics accurate. Splinter is Hamato Yoshi's rat, and he learned ninjutsu as a rat in his cage by watching his master practice it. And that's so dumb and it doesn't make any sense. So when the cartoon made Splinter Hamato Yoshi, that makes more sense for him to teach the turtles ninjutsu, because he knew ninjutsu as a human.
All right. April lives where and at the corner of which two streets?
Oh, you jerk. 112th and Bleecker.
Nope. One of those is correct.
Bleecker's correct.
Bleecker's correct.
100 is it 100?
No.
Teen?
Not quite a teen, but it's not in the hundreds.
98th and Bleecker. Is it 90s?
No. Way lower.
I give up.
Okay, so she lives at the corner of 11th and Bleecker.
11th and Bleecker, son of a...
Nope, this is only 9th Street.
And I got Bleecker, you know.
Bleecker, so that.
She lives above her father's antique shop, which is Mirage Comics accurate, and it's also, again, in the 2003 animated series. At least the first couple seasons is the best.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Fast Forward or Back to the Sewers, but they are definitely the worst seasons of that series.
All right. Mikey.
2 and 3 are my favorite. Because Triceratons. Sorry, go ahead.
Mikey does impressions.
Yes.
He does 2 impressions.
Yes.
What are the impressions?
You dirty rat! You killed my brother. Right?
Yeah, but who is it?
I don't know. I'll never know.
Because even Raph says it. He's like, oh god.
Shoot. That's not the part I have always focused on since childhood, but that's how I know about that old 1930s 40s gangster movie actor. I don't.
James Cagney.
Cagney, son of a K.
And who's the other one?
Is it Elvis?
Nope.
Son of a okay. Because I was thinking Blue Hawaii from 3.
Oh no.
I'm trying to remember. All I remember is You Dirty Rat. And then April makes her own joke that the turtles don't get it first.
Right.
She's like, Splinter must love that one. It was a joke, guys. Because You Dirty Rat, because he's a rat.
Right.
I don't remember.
Oh, well, maybe I'll find Apollo and maybe I won't. I don't know. What do you think, Adrian?
Okay, yeah.
The Rocky. Yeah.
Rocky. Sylvester Stallone.
Can you name some of the activities going on at the warehouse? Now, I watched it and I just kind of took note of everything that I saw. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 things here. You don't have to name all of them.
Okay.
But if you can give me at least half of them.
There's a skateboarding ramp around a lot of it.
Yeah.
So you see a skateboarder pass 18 different things.
Yeah, that's one.
There's a kid playing pool, smoking a cigar.
Yep.
There's kids playing arcade machines.
Yep.
How many did you need from me?
You can give me one more, and then I'll name off the others. Or I'll just name them all off.
I gave you 3.
You've given me 3. You can give me one more.
I know there's foot soldier training, but I don't know if that's considered in the warehouse.
No, it's not one of the not one of the ones I named.
Okay.
But
Because I would assume it's still in the same building, but I would consider it like warehouse adjacent, like when Shredder addresses them at like the cool like concrete like stadium hallway thingy. But I am your father. Which, speaking of Lost, and actually Miles from Lost, Miles's father, Dr. Pierre Chang. I was thinking of his aliases: Mark Wickman, Edgar Halowax, and Marvin Candle, which Wick, Wax, Candle, if you never caught that. But Francois Chow is Shredder in Secret of the Ooze. Since I went on the rant about the Russian, and because of Kevin Nash being Super Shredder, and I went Russian and X-Men: The Last Stand and Quill, because there's a Lady Quill in Deadpool and Wolverine. That's where I was going with that. But
if you want to tap out at 3, you can.
Yeah.
You can tap out at 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a poker game going on.
Okay.
There are arcade games.
Right.
Roulette.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Skateboarding.
Okay.
Just some general hip-hop dancing or just dancing going on.
Oh, okay.
There's a punk playing music.
Okay.
There's somebody spraying graffiti.
Yeah, okay.
And then there's kids playing pool.
Okay.
Yeah. So those were the things that I counted.
Regular or menthol? That's Sam Rockwell.
What cartoon are Mikey and Donnie watching at April's place?
I'm going to quote this. It doesn't give the answer, but I'm going to quote this. But if you let your children watch this movie, it is technically a YouTube-safe swear. I love when, because they're watching a tortoise and the hare race, and Mikey goes, "Ninja kick the damn rabbit."
No, technically that is correct.
Okay, is it Looney Tunes?
No.
Okay.
It is Aesop's Fables
okay.
from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite ones. Like, Ninja kick the damn rabbit.
I did watch Rocky and Bullwinkle growing up. It's just, well, I mean, not live, because it was 60s or 70s. I wasn't born until the early 80s, but you know.
Right. What snack does Mikey offer Donnie after Leo and Raph fight?
Pork rind.
Poke wind. Poke wind.
Pork rind.
Poke wind.
Pork rind.
Fight. Kitchen. Yeah. What is Mikey's final move during I've called it the chuck off.
Okay.
All right, so the fellow chucker comes in.
Oh, fellow chucker, right?
Yeah. What is Mikey's final move? He's like, keep practicing.
Spins it on his finger, which is physically impossible. So obviously it was attached in the middle, and the quote unquote string was just a solid piece. But yeah, he's spinning it on the string on the tip of his finger.
Yeah.
And he's either whistling or he yawns or something. And yeah.
Who was Hamato Yoshi's enemy and why?
Orokusaki.
Uh-huh.
Which I want to come back to that. Because of a woman, Tang Shen.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. So, well, because Tang Shen is comic accurate, Mirage Comics, and Orokusaki is comic accurate. But Orokusaki was the Shredder, but he was not Yoshi's rival, his older brother, Oroku Nagi, was Yoshi's rival for Tang Shen. And Nagi attacked them, and in self-defense, Yoshi killed Nagi. And so his younger brother, Oroku Saki, the Shredder, vowed revenge on Hamata Yoshi and then tracked Yoshi and Tang Shen to New York and then killed them both. Killed Tang Shen, and then Yoshi got home from work and then found her dead, and then he attacked her, and then Splinter attacked him, and then, yeah, so.
All right. To what 80s dramedy does Donnie liken April and Casey's fight?
Moonlighting.
Moonlighting. Yes. This line, I just took this straight out of the movie because it is technically a question. What Russian novel embracing more than 500 characters is set in the Napoleonic Wars?
War and Peace.
I just thought that was a fun one to ask.
War and Peace, if you couldn't hear me laughing through it, but yes. You're claustrophobic. Hey, you want a knuckle sandwich, or you want a mouthful of teeth? I never even looked at another guy before.
Donnie came prepared.
Mouthful of teeth, yes.
No, he said it's like you want a fist in the mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got it wrong. I was wrong on both accounts. Jeez. Mouthful of teeth and a knuckle sandwich, and no, you just want a fist in the mouth.
You want a fist in the mouth? Donnie came prepared in case Leo has dragged them out into the woods for nothing. What did he bring?
Marshmallows.
One of them's on fire. All right, so this kind of leads into my next question. After their return to the lair, Casey has a minor freak out, prompting Donnie to call him what, which Casey wildly misinterprets as something else.
Claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic.
Which, because homophobic just means prejudiced.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like bigoted or hate or afraid, because a phobic is afraid. But like it's homophobic is prejudice against gay people, but like the way he reacts, it's almost like Donnie called him gay.
Right.
So it's like he didn't take it as Donnie calling him homophobic. He took it as Donnie calling him a homosexual, even though he says claustrophobic. It's still funny.
It's still funny.
Still funny.
April's drawing of which turtle taken from Danny alerts Shredder that they have returned.
Is it Leo on the chair?
It is Leo on the chair.
Leo on the chair. Right.
You already answered this one earlier
Okay.
in the questions.
Okay.
What piece of sports equipment does Casey use against Tatsu?
A golf club.
Golf club.
I'll never call golf a boring sport again.
All right. Chief Stern wants to know what has happened.
Chief Stearns is the same actor in Secret of the Use too.
Yeah. Where does the head thug tell him to search to find the answers?
So head thug is Sam Rockwell.
Yes, that's the bonus question.
He says the East Warehouse on Lairdman Island.
Yep.
So it's Eastman and Laird.
Eastman and Laird, yep. And this is the final question.
Okay.
What exclamation has Splinter always liked?
I have always liked Cowabunga. Cowabunga!
I made it funny.
I made a funny.
So yes, that is the end.
Woohoo! All right. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Sorry it was long. It's our fault.
I'm sorry, I really had to take that phone call.
Yes, please do the usual YouTube algorithm satisfying things like share, comment, subscribe. The algorithm sucks. That's why YouTubers say it in every video. Because the algorithm searches for those terms.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it needs to be in the audio, because I have watched some channels that have no speaking, like painting channels. But like the end card has it, like, you know, text on screen of like share, comment, subscribe. So YouTube creators have to do it if they want their videos to be seen by people. So it's super annoying, and I hate it on other people's videos. I hate it when it's at the beginning of the video, because it's like, bro, if this is my first experience with you as a creator, I don't know if I like you. I don't know if I like this video. I don't know if I like you enough to subscribe. I don't know if I like this video enough to comment. I don't know if this video is going to tick me off enough to comment. Be nice in the comments, please. I have rejection-sensitive dysphoria, so I take everything personally and get my feelings hurt very easily. So please be nice in the comments. Coming up videos, I am expecting, it's still processing. I literally checked it a couple hours ago. My Mezco 112 Collective Casey Jones. I know it's an old figure. People have had it since last summer, but my wait list came through. It's Turtles related. If you're a fan, you want to see a toy review. I'm never streaming live from my phone again because last night with last night, it was supposed to be at noon yesterday, but last night with the Rage Toys Samurai Force Summer was a nightmare, and I was very angry at the beginning of that. And then rewatching it back, I was very angry just because the mic quality was terrible because these mics didn't work. And the mic I was using at the desk, either you couldn't hear me at all or I was way too loud and there was just vibrating reverberation feedback. So if I ever do a live stream again, it's going to be the iPad. I tried to do the better camera quality with the phone, but I may just do just a normal, a short video, 20-ish minutes edited and uploaded. So at the very least, I know there's a live upcoming placeholder on my channel, but if I don't do it live, just, the video will come, again, I know it's an old figure, but I'm still going to do a review of it. So I've never seen it, let alone, I've seen pictures, but, never seen it in hand. Next month's trivia, if you didn't get my hint earlier, which was pretty obvious, February's trivia is, Kat, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters trivia! Are you doing all 5 movies?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, so this will be Ghostbusters 84.
Nice.
Ghostbusters 2.
Underrated.
The 2016?
Yep.
Melissa McCarthy, All Girls.
Answer the Call is
Answer
the
the
subtitle,
Call.
which I like.
Yeah, I do too. Afterlife.
Which I like, but is the problem that I have with all of these 30 years later sequels where, and I love Force Awakens, and I love Force Awakens more than any of the other 3 sequels. I know everyone hates Last Jedi. It's not as bad as everyone says.
Really?
Rise of Skywalker is as bad as everyone says. I can still find things to like in it, but yeah, not a giant fan of Rise of Skywalker. Love Force Awakens, big tangent. Ghostbusters Afterlife is Force Awakens if you think of it, because it's a 30 years later sequel. It's dealing with new characters, but legacy characters are there in the background, and it's essentially the same exact plot as the original movie. So Afterlife is Force Awakens. And
Frozen Empire.
I love Frozen Empire. I know some people hate it and they say it's the worst of the franchise, and I don't get that at all, because while I still have complaints about it, it's more of I've got complaints about it the way I would have complaints about anything. I have complaints about the 1990 Turtles movie. I have complaints about Serenity 2005. I have complaints about all 3 Guardians. So Volume 2 is my least favorite, but I have complaints about Volumes 1 and 3. So I have complaints about Frozen Empire, but Frozen Empire to me is what a Ghostbusters sequel should be, because it's not doing the same thing all over again like everyone complains about 2 and Afterlife. But yes, 2 is highly underrated. I've always thought so. So yeah. 2 was actually my introduction to Ghostbusters. So that and the toys.
Yeah, it's like my very first memory of going to a movie theater was going to a drive-in in Newcastle, Indiana, I'm from Indiana, so we went to Newcastle, Indiana. There's a drive-in there, not far from the town, and my cousin went with us, and I saw Ghostbusters at the drive-in in 1984. I was 3 years old, and so I have very few memories, but I remember that. My aunt took me to go see Ghostbusters 2. She gave me the choice. She's like, Ghostbusters 2 or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I chose Ghostbusters 2. So my aunt and I, without my cousin, who freaking loves Ghostbusters, it is one of his favorite movies, we went without him. So I think he was off doing something with my uncle, and my aunt's like, "Hey, you want to go see a movie?" And I said, "Yeah." And she gave me those choices, and that's what I wanted to go see. My cousin was so mad, but I really enjoyed too. I like to. It's a favorite. So
it's a good New Year's Eve movie.
it is a good New Year's Eve movie.
The funny but sad thing is, the first movie I remember seeing in theaters, I was not 3. I was like, depending on the time of year, I was 6 or 7. But the first movie I ever remember seeing in theaters was Disney's The Little Mermaid. So
that was 89. So
yeah.
You would have been probably about 8.
No,
7. I can't add. I can't math.
I said 6 or 7, depending on the time of year.
I can't math. I'm sorry.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.